just to keep this video like kind of not too super long, I got all the watches out of the boxes. The thumbnail shows them in the box. They all have complete boxes. Some of them are really cool kits. Here's a quick list of the watches if you want to pause it so you can see what those are. This unboxing, actually, I'm really digging because a good portion of these watches I have not handled, I have not seen before. So typically, this buddy of mine, when he sends in watches, a lot of the watches, you know, I'm familiar with or I've seen before, but he went way off script according to, like, you know, maybe being influenced by my videos and purchasing the watches that I show. These are ones that I have not handled, and I'm excited to check these out. I'm probably going to do a video on some of these independently, but I just want to get this unboxing out there because these are all going to end up on a SF soon. Like, I'll probably actually put together one for tomorrow. So I'm going to push this video forward so you guys can kind of get a quick glimpse of it. Now, if you don't see on a future SF one of these watches, don't comment, email me and stuff like that. I can't put them all on one. Like, there's going to be more coming later. So, and I don't know when. It'll be later. So let's dig into it. Let's just look at them one by one because they're not all in frame either. This is, of course, a Helm, and I'm bad. It's a Kuraburi, I think. I have one of these, but I have the weird one with the crown off in the different position way up over here. But the lume on these is great. Bezel action solid. These are just great watches in general. So, and I've been noticing more and more people where their name comes up on the list, at least in my Discord group, and then they offer it up because they're not going to purchase it. So it's getting a little weird, I think, with this brand, as far as like people waiting so darn long to get the opportunity to buy one and then letting that opportunity go. All I can say is I think you should probably get, if you've never tried one and your time comes up to purchase one, I think go ahead and get it. I think it's that good of a watch. You know, if you're a serial flipper, I don't know if you'll keep it or not, but I'm keeping mine. Like, it's that good of a watch. So next up, I'm going to try not to miss anything. A green dial day date Hamilton khaki on a really cool canvas camo strap, which Hamilton does great job with their straps, and I've not seen this particular model or this strap. So this is a really good combination. I think it's a H70535061, whatever the heck that is. Size-wise on this, I can give you size on some of these guys. Like, whatever, this video is going to be long, but it's a 42 mil watch. So, because there are some larger Hamiltons here, but this is a nice size one here. So that one's pretty cool. We have another Hamilton here, way more dressy, and this is a big boy watch. So you either really want a large watch, if that's just your preference, or maybe you have like an 8 or 8.5 inch wrist and you want a more dressy watch. This is a 44 millimeter dress watch, and it looks like a pie pan on most people's wrist because there's so much dial surface on there. But I think this is the Jazzmaster Viewmatic, something like that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Really cool watch, but just way too big for my preference. Next up, Swiss Watch Company USA. This is the Tumbler, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at, yeah, Tumbler. There's some really cool colorways. This is a really good one. They call it blue, but that's almost like a periwinkle around the outside there. Nice sword handset. I still want to see there's like a pink lavender one, or maybe this is lavender. I don't know, I'm terrible with colors. But they did a really good job with the design, style, and execution with this watch. Full titanium. Great looking watch. So let's see, next up here we have a Tissot in kind of a rose gold colored. Now this one's a more conservative type size here for a more dressy piece. This would be something, yeah, it's 40 mil. So most people can pull this one off. I think my only gripe with this one is when you do a watch like this, get rid of that date. We don't need the date on this thing. I think that really upset the balance of the dial. It's still a beautiful looking watch, but man, it would be so much better if that date wasn't there. I think you would agree. Next up, a Jack Mason and it's a GMT straddle timer, I think they call it. Bi-directional bezel. It has the Miyota 9075, so it is a jump hour, you know, true GMT, a lot of people will call it. Just a great looking watch, very clean and timeless looking on that guy. This one I was very interested to see. This is a Boldr, and I believe it was a collab limited edition. Let me look on the paperwork here. Where is the Boldr? Boldr, worn and wound GMT limited edition. Very happy to see this one. I like the compressor style design. We have a display case back, nice strap. I think there's maybe even another strap on the kit. It has a nice kit, but check out the use of color on this thing. It's just, I dig it. I think it's pretty cool. So I'll probably do a video, like, I know I'm gonna do a video on that guy for sure. Probably on that Hamilton, the green dial one day date. Definitely gonna do a video. I have two of these Hitoris. I need to do a video on these. This is my first experience handling these, and I have to say they are very good looking watches. I think, is this bi-directional? It is bi-directional. So we have this DLC GMT, little less interested in that particular one, but this one is absolutely beautiful. Love the case shape, dial design, and overall execution on this thing is just really good. And it's, I think, a little bit smaller, so I think a lot of people are gonna, yeah, it's 40 mil, which is a great size for this watch for a lot of people. Great looking bracelet, very Grand Seiko-esque, I think, in appearance, but not in price point. Is there AR coating on that back crystal? Check out that rotor. Kind of looks like one of those fans, like a China fan or whatever that they fling out or whatever. That's what it kind of looks like. Very cool looking watch. An RZE. This is a much larger RZE than I've typically had on the channel, so they went with a little bit larger design. Check out the bracelet style on this thing. RZE does, and there's some backstory to that, and you guys probably already know this, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the owner of RZE has a design background and used to work for another watch company. So that's why you're going to see some similar design cues and some innovative things like this. I've never seen a bracelet like that, and that's really cool. All titanium. That's, as far as I know, all the RZE watches are titanium. The blue meteorite dial, very cool. And again, this one's on the larger side, so 44 mil. Let's keep rolling. I have a Circula. I've done a video on one of these before, I think. The brown dial one with the gold trim. That's a pretty good looking watch. Very comfortable. Here's a brand that I've never handled before. It is a Biston or Byston. Check out that case. What is that case made out of? That is not stainless steel. I forget what that material is called, but, and this is a small watch. Bi-directional bezel, so you can use that 12R, so you can time another thing there, but very interesting design. There's so many. The more watches I see, the more I realize that I am far from seeing every watch. Like, that's kind of like my goal, is to like try to handle as many watches as possible, but it's an impossible task. Here's the Tissot PRX, of course automatic, on a really nice alligator stamped strap. This should be like the 41 millimeter. We have a Phobos big boy watch. Nice bezel action. Very good, clean looking, larger watch. We have a Erebus red dial. That red dial is bold. I like that. And this is the, I think, from the original release. So the 41 or whatever it is. Nice bezel action. What else do we have here? This is another, or this is a Zelos. Check out that dial though. That's a really cool dial. Is this the black tip? I don't know all the models. You guys think, some people think I should know like all of this stuff. It's the Horizon. I know you guys are probably screaming at me. No, it's not even close to the black tip, you moron. It's the Horizon 43 millimeter burgundy. I see too many watches. I can't possibly remember all of them. I'm not Tim Masso. I can't do it. The Zodiac. This was a collaboration with eBay of all places, right? So beautiful colorway here, very rainbow-ish, but still timeless. I think it's still classic. No date, and it has some special packaging. It's pretty cool. Check it out, even the case back, eBay. So I'll probably do a video on this one. You know, I'll probably do a video on the Zelos and maybe the Erebus. Definitely this guy here. I need to learn a little bit about it. No, there's a Zal Baltimore Legacy series in stainless steel with a beautiful green dial. If you're not familiar with these, they're probably sold out. I gotta clean that crystal. But the movement's actually assembled in the US. I think Baltimore actually. They have that custom rotor and stuff. It's kind of all gunmetal colored. It's a really cool watch. So, and you can get these in stainless steel or bronze at different colorways. I'm assuming there's some left. Here's a Borealis. And I said pie pan earlier, but this dial is actually kind of pie pan shaped. And that looks, I don't know if that's textured or meteorite, but that's a pretty cool looking one. I have one of these, not that colorway, but. And then we have a big boy Hamilton. I didn't know this colorway existed. So, and when these first came out, I wish the current ones would still do this in some fashion, but they did applied brushed markers, and see what they do. They almost look like they're like popping out at you, and it's because the way they brushed them, the way the light reflects off them. It's very cool. It's very stunning. So I just did the video of those 39 millimeters. I would love to see that. You're going to sacrifice lume, but not if you put it around the perimeter like you did on this one. And then the way they colored this lume, it's like a, even in the daylight, it looks like it's glowing in the dark. I don't know what color you'd call that, but it's almost like a turquoise kind of already popping out at you. Here we have a Prometheus, beautiful white dial. This thing will have crazy lume, solid bezel action. Very cool watch. We have a limited edition Nodus. This Nodus here is the Watch Crunch Flyboy. So this was a collaboration that Nodus did with Watch Crunch. Check out the case back. It has, and there's only 99 of these. So, and it's still all wrapped. Some of these have never been worn. Some of these have been sized and probably worn like once. I personally know the owner of these watches, and he's just trying to learn as much about what he likes and dislikes. He has a passion for all watches. So like you're seeing a small sample of what he has, but he has super high-end expensive watches. Actually, I think he just got a Daytona recently, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a full gold one. I can't remember. Here's a bubblegum from Fair and Sweat, excuse me. And then you go from that to, here's a Yema. So we have a Yema blue dial, clean, timeless design, awesome bracelet. Again, I love seeing these unique bracelets. There's a lot of time and money put into bracelets on watches. If you ever have a candid conversation with a watch brand owner or something of that nature, with their decision-making power, you know, we might get finicky, like that bracelet's sticking a little bit. You don't understand what it takes to develop a bracelet. There's probably more work involved with doing a unique bracelet like this, or like on this RZE, than there is the watch itself. So I think we need to take that in consideration when we're criticizing some of these designs. Here's a Venezianico red dial, and this is probably like a 40 mil. Great looking watch from a nice brand. And then we have another Phobos, but this one's small. So it's so funny to see the diversity in just the size of the watches from this owner. This is under 39 millimeter, just barely, but a unique case shape. I need to scrub that. There's some gunk on there. So sometimes watches get sent in that need to be cleaned. So I'll clean all these up. I'll inspect them. You know, if there's any flaws, I'll definitely show that when I go to do the thing. And then I'll put them on the time grapher, make sure they're performing properly. That way you guys know you're getting a good deal on a good product. So thanks for watching. We have some killer Lume watches here. I'm gonna give them a quick blast if I can with this UV torch. I'm gonna turn off the studio lights and zoom back out. I know this video is long, but it's still freaking awesome to see all these watches. It's just a small sample of what I get to see on a regular basis. It's pretty ridiculous. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.